And I also think Astralis have played good enough Counter-Strike to warrant a spot 2.
That they have done. Now let's talk about maybe the pieces that could be critical. We've already talked about the Oppers, right? We've talked about Axile needing to get awoken in here. Who's going to be your key player to watch on Astralis? Not named Device here, Alan, as we hop into the server.
I guess Blame F. He should be the second star on this team. He's a lot of powerful positions, so he's going to be important. And maybe Glaive as well, because he's in some more more high stress positions on this sort of map.
Well, away we go. We're off to the races now, into the fun. And let's see what we're going to get early on in this pistol round. Looking like some control out long early. Cloud9 not being checked, not being answered upon. They're going to have a lot of room to rumble. Blame F will be the one to receive them. Blame F and Glaive. They'll be the closest players at hand, but for now, it's got to be Blame to do all of the work, or at least buy time for his teammates to get into the angle. Device coming into support as well. It's a full 5-man rotate. Just Zipx actually left behind. But they're answering the call. They're reacting to this presence, and Shiro's just been dinked through the smoke. Oh, no, Shiro.
Cloud9 invested a lot of their utility already. One counter smoke from Glaive onto long, and well, they could try and get back up short, but the smoke's still onto bank and the stairs. They're going to be fading by this point, and the stack is on. This is great for Astralis.
Nice. Soften up player of Shiro, body shotable, but Hobbit's found the site. Oh, I think he may have revealed his presence just a little bit too soon, because now the rotation is back in. They don't know which way to move this bomb. Hobbit eliminated. Site control lost. Shiro shifting up, but just 2 HP. He will not withstand the USP of Buzz. And barely a damage point taken back the other way. This one is going the way of the Danes.
Very nice. Could hardly have been cleaner. Maybe they grabbed some B information there, or it's just the jump spotting from Blame, but Astralis were very confident it was going to be A, and yeah, that counter smoke from Glaive was absolutely round defining. Cloud9, not tempted for a force-up on the Tech 9s, the body armor, and a few pieces of util. They're going to play it safe. Glocks are out in play. As we always say, this sort of buy, every kill, worth its weight in gold. I've seen a pillow in your bedroom, Mike, that looks like a Device's M4.
Looks like Device's M4. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, we don't talk about that. Gotta allow me my secret shame. It's actually got Device on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's the little, the waifu and the... I mean, maybe at this point I'm gonna get a Shiro pillow cover. These Oppers, you know? Get you feeling a little hot and heavy. You have to forgive me for taking a moment to go along with that. It's still early, Alan. It is still early here on the East Coast of the United States. The brain's starting to turn. Gears are shifting. Not quickly into this round, though. Slow and steady is the pace for C9.
I mean, they'd love to have grouped up and just try to rush someone down, but kind of trickled in the end. And this trickle is meeting a red-hot cast iron frying pan, and it's getting fizzled up. Not even a point of damage onto Astralis.
Nafany just tried to burst. Just tried to burst him with the Glock. Respect it. Respect the hustle. But now we got the guns out. Now we get a chance for Cloud9 to show us that they actually do mean business on this map. Because, well, there's no casualties on the Astralis side through the first 2 rounds. No one has died.
No AWP though for Device, which is a powerful resource. See the side of this map, so I'll have to readjust a little bit. With this setup, deadly. Device though commits to the fight, and Buster says no. Glaives tries to make something happen too. This is a disaster start for Astralis. Wow, they really thought they could get away with that aggression, but not to be. Cloud9 for a match for that.
Not that we're now the bailout for Blame F could be compromised. He's stuck here. He's stuck. Player watching Fountain. Player watching his flank. Blame on an island.
You can tell Cloud9 are taking this very seriously. Full pump of the brakes, and it works perfectly. Astralis in the end have to make a move. They're going to make a play. Blame is shown, and I actually think these 2B players might be better off being mega passive. They do need a couple saves, Astralis, to make a comfortable buy in the following.
Well, they're going to try and make a move. And we'll catch Hobbit at the very least. Bomb has a path towards a plant. Got to be a little wary of connector. Need to move it quickly, does Buster. Even risk another player having shifted into the top con. Wall top down. That secures it. Should secure the round suddenly. This one's still maybe in doubt. Cloud9 have taken their time, and in doing so, they've afforded the opportunity for Astralis to maybe think about getting back into it. But they don't want to. They'll keep the guns alive. They'll try and fight for the next. They'll try and play for the future.
Yeah, as I said, it's really big. A couple guns here. These two can drop in the following. It'll just be... well, actually, Blame F could M4 armor. And it wouldn't be too shabby, so... The buy should be fine for Astralis. As Cloud9 come good on those entries. Some excellent entry kills. Buster, fearless on the peak. I guess he had a flashbang from his teammate as he faced up in towards mid and device. Just couldn't get off the angle. Was taking too many bullets. Glaive could offer no resistance. He was... Where did Glaive die? Glaive die... Did Glaive die jump spotting? Is he the def on B?
The Death on B was a boost up, I believe.
Ah,
I feel.
yes, that makes sense.
I sense. It was boost up to spam con or catch the player coming out construction, and they were just very ready for it over on the C9 side.
Hitting the ground running. Hitting the ground running. Mirage was never quite the back and forth affair we hoped. Agent certainly was. Love more of that.
I think my ideal map is like a 16-10 where it's a heavy competition the whole way through. It's exciting. You're never quite sure they're not going to be able to come back. But also, it's not the 16-14 that we inevitably get in so many series. I think that's my ideal, Alan.
You like to be teamed. Not the full length. I get you. Every man to himself.
Had to do it.
Okay.
Okay, Hobbit. He'll take Zipex right out of this round. Device dancing around the tree under threat here, so that's a nice way to find an advantage here for C9. Minute still on the clock. Plenty of time to toy through this one. Hobbit's trying to see if he can't get more. Why not? Go back to the same well.
Oh my.
And find you a buzz. He didn't quite do it. And he'll have no idea about the damage. But Buzz put on notice, and that's going to drag a rotation. Perhaps most critically, it looks like Device is shifting back in, and now Buster's finished up that kill. So two players here on the site. They have rotated back in, but are they going to be able to withstand this onslaught? Here it goes. Buster down for the count. Glaive committing to the spray. He's down to the next. Now it's all on the Device. Blame F nowhere close at hand, and Device, he can do so much. He's done so much damage. Look at the red bars. He's hollering. Blame F, where are you? Come here, please. I need help. And no. Now Blame F will recommit to the save. Or, unless, do they know how much damage they've done? Nah, he's just going to sit here. Of course he is.
I feel a bit late on the rotate, but what was Astralis supposed to do? They lose Zipnix immediately to the B default, and nonetheless for Cloud9, it's not even like you have any information. And then they just lose Buzz as well in a similar fashion. It's just a done deal. The round is almost insurmountable, and Device did his best, but he just had no cavalry in the end. It's starting to feel really good for Cloud9. Really good for Cloud9. These gun rounds have gone their way pretty easily. Granted, this time maybe some luck did slip its way into the midst, but that's Counter-Strike. That's Counter-Strike.
Say it's better to be lucky than good. Sometimes you're both.
But what if that's your alias?
if you're lucky and good, or if you're lucky and then you're good?
This is the question. It's a deep philosophical question. Is
What if
lucky
your name's
good?
good and you get lucky?
Then I don't know.
Mysteries of the universe
It's too much for
unfolding.
me.
Device is about to have the mysteries of the universe unfold in the form of a headshot onto his face, or a spray down. That works too. Nafany. Secure it with a body shot. Relatable. No one's here on A. If they just rattle on towards the site, they have it. But they're still dumping their utility. They want to be diligent. They want to make sure they're not getting caught off guard. And Astralis want to make sure that this A1S lives to the next round.
It would be nice to get a bit of damage if you're Astralis out of this. IMF has that M4 and he's slipping his way into deep T connector, so I guess you're right, he has no real interest in feeding this up to the walls. The pistols, though, should be trying to group up and make something happen. Get your gun out, Shiro. Just stop. He's a fidget. He's definitely a fidgeter in real life. Keep your gun out, brother.
Ooh, Blame F gets one. Trying to get some kills on the edge here. Maybe set up his teammates to save some extra guns. They're not going to contest this round. And now Blame F realizes, uh-oh, might have overplayed this. I might be a little bit stuck here, guys. Exactly where he is. They're going to punish. And it was just a matter of time. Was trying to see if he could desperately bring one more kill through. An investment will come through in the next round regardless, but it would have been nice to save that rifle, have something else. A little bit of extra cash, a little bit of extra util, perhaps. You can see Blame F doesn't have a kit, doesn't have head armor, doesn't have a flash. So that's the difference. Cloud9 have the lead.
Okay. Astralis need to stabilize. They need to stabilize. Can't let this CT side slip out of control. Device finally gets himself an AWP. He's actually going to start towards B early on the monster side. So Glaive has come over. He's the rotator. He's going to give Blame a little bit of a hand here on A early. And let's see if Device gets aggressive in the mid-round. Of course, it'd be a little bit unexpected that the AWP's playing B for the CT side. And be very unlike Device not to press an advantage if he thinks he's got one.
Flashbang over, Hobbit, for that initial fight, seeing if you can catch a player, hold him to the right side.
Oh.
Not gonna happen. Yeah, that smokes.
I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know you could clip that.
Now you know.
That's a nightmare.
The more you know. Let's see what I want to do here. Oh, that makes life a lot easier. That makes life a lot easier. A cheeky reposition from Buzz. Now they're pressuring in towards the site, but Zipex and Device, well, they're good for the initial rebuff. Shiro's on the scene, though. 30 seconds. They're going to rotate up? Are they going to rotate up? They're still considering their options. Cloud9 have not made a choice. And these slower T-side rounds, they wound up costing them at times. On Ancient.
Glaive's gambled the wrong way. It's just Device.
How do you read this, though? How do you read that they're still coming B when they've hit the cancel? So obviously now the utility sales right back in. They're reasserting. Is that Heaven Smoke on? It is. Okay. That's good then. Glaive back into the angle. Device finds the first. Axile down. They're trying to plant the bomb, but Device is so quick. He's won the round. He knew they had to commit. He knew he had to lay his life down on the line, and while Buster won't be checked after time, it is a round for Astralis. A much-needed one at that. Device under so much pressure, but he shines like a diamond.
Big hold. Big hold. And, of course, Cloud9. For those that were here for Ancient, time played a factor in a lot of those rounds, and it feels like here, a little more pace could be advised. Even so, a good try, and it relied on Device having a mega defense in the end to hold on to it. Here we go. Boost this time. Unsuspected. nafany unable to punish. Glaive be ill-advised to keep peeking, but Blame can play off that contact. Device is now activated. This is relentless from Astralis. Each piece of information feeds into the system, causes the next peak, and that's 3 dead on the trot for Cloud9.
What a way to assert yourself. What a way. And, I mean, for Astralis as well, this is so important because this stabilizes the economy. Cash being built. Rifles fully gained. And nothing doing for C9 in this decision.
Are they going to save?
Make.
Oh my god, a minute save.
I don't love it.
Not for the
what?
broadcast, but I think it makes sense.
$1,900 in loss bonus. I guess nafany can buy. Yeah, Shiro could drop a Galil.
Let's check in on the B stream score because Astralis aren't going to hunt with their money either. So let's have a look.
You don't want to watch this for 45 seconds?
It's 10 apiece. 10 apiece on Ancient.
Ooh.
Fnatic have won 5 in a row to get their CT side off to a good start. Looks like they're about to make it 11-10. So, Mezzi's the best. What can I say?
Hope yet for UKCS. Hope lose. Trim's having himself a game. That's nice. 20 and 15. Like to see that. The remaining Swede in the roster has still got it. Well, time will expire. And indeed, seems like it's going to be A-okay. So what kind of an investment do we scrape together in this one? Fanny's already dropped. Gets Buster.
I think they have to buy, given the.
Yeah, you got to chase this. No,
it's quite late.
kind of.
This is a bit of a mess. Shiro could have Galil'd a player here.
He could have, but he'll save the extra money for an AWP in the future, I suppose, is the idea. Which, based on the impact he's had in this series, you can't really blame him, though it hasn't started yet here on Overpass.
I think that buy was just so late they weren't even discussing it properly.
That's a bit unfortunate.
Cloud9 have not been saints with their pauses in this series so far. We've got to be honest.
No. Pressure up towards A. I mean, just the littlest bit of utility, and you see Astralis go scuttling back. Device and Blame F playing back towards the site, seeing all of that control they had established towards bathrooms, all of that vision they had towards Con, and they haven't seen enough to call for a rotation, but it seems like Glaive is going to start to hedge the bets. Now he's just setting up util for the aggression in towards construction, so that's the response. They catch the connector player. Now this limits the options. Now they might send the rotator back up because the hit's coming on towards A. Flamef taking the initiative here. Device keeping his flank clear as well. Flame maneuvering as a result. That's a great rebuff of the initial phase, and I don't think there's going to be a whole lot more, not a whole lot more depth to this one. Buster's mollied off. What do you have? nafany so low in the corner here, and he's dealt with. Even getting a kill before that is shocking, frankly. Shiro has to walk the smoke, and that's pretty much all he's got. 30 seconds. Buster down for the count. Nothing doing in that round for Cloud9.
Device is off to a start and then some. And the majority of these come off the back of rifles. He hasn't had quite the economy to have the AWP all the time. This time, well, they should earn the money from Cloud9, so he might retain a rifle. Indeed, he does. If it was a go round, he'd definitely buy an AWP. This makes sense. And they've done it. Astralis have broken the money. Have held off this offense. Cloud9 have run out of steam a little bit in the last few rounds, and it does feel like Astralis is getting increasingly proactive. I guess that's the main word for this defense. They haven't been giving up early entries as of late, and they are incredibly decisive when they feel like they have information and they can press an advantage. They have not hesitated for a second on this defense so far.
Now, to you, does that speak to the comms? Because it does feel like they're reading and reacting just so very quickly.
It's the comms, it's the confidence in the system. It's the you've also got to have this confidence that even if you die and it doesn't work, you made the right decision from the information you had in front of you, and it's just a hallmark of a world-class team.
Device finally dropped after he finds 2. AK eventually retrieved, but Blame F is going to make sure that it doesn't make it very far. Ooh, all right. We're not done just yet, and now we are. We're done. We're done, Alan. We're so done. With that round.
Morsel of damage. Morsel of damage. On we go. On we go. Astralis up to 6. Defense is getting better and better and better. Device, free KD. He's had enough of Shiro stealing the limelight. It's quite a fun matchup because I do think Shiro in a lot of ways is quite analogous to Device in his playstyle. And so far on this map, Obi-Wan has come in to smack down his Padawan.
So wait, if Shiro wins this series,
He's already on the dark side.
Device is already on the dark side, but does he become... Wait, Shiro's on the dark side.
Yes.
Okay, but then does Device become more powerful than you can possibly imagine?
These are questions science can't answer.
I suppose Device is already wreathed in blue in our vision right now, so he's halfway to being a Force Ghost. Looks like, well, we might have some sort of presence here in towards Connector. And some time being put on
Smoke
this.
on Monster. Oh, Cloud9.
They're gonna have to
At
pop.
what point do Astralis make the read? Because they've seen nothing A for so long.
I mean,
If one of these guys can just push, yeah, if one of these guys can just push, they can get a heavy bean lean out of this.
The nade. Oh, putting them on notice. They're trying to go contact on this, but now the Molotov in. There's the contact. That's what they're looking for. And Buzz, he's the stinger. 30 seconds, just completely rebuffed. You gain nothing out of that play. Not a bullet of damage taken from Astralis again. This is getting absurd. We're having so many rounds where Astralis just completely control the pace. Okay, the boost up might work, but it's even being checked. Zipax wins it. Buzz may be a bit exposed. But a 2-on-2 for site control. If they lose any bodies here before this bomb goes down, they're in trouble. And Glaive will make that a reality. Another phenomenal CT round. Cloud9 are just being prevented from getting anything going in these.
Cloud9 starting to revert to the playstyle that has us very nervous at times. Normally in elite level tournaments, but here showing much the same. All in cool. 5 load up towards B. They can't reroute. There's no other option. They keep getting counter smoked in towards the monster area, and there's just no retribution. There's no move this time. Having played a whole round behind nades on monster, they're saying we're going in straight off the rip. 1 for Zipnix, 2 teammates to be called upon. He's doing so much damage. It's so much from Zipnix, and if he just stays alive, he's already won Astralis this round.
That is the 6th round in a row for Astralis.
Yeah, we need some pauses. We need some pauses right now from Cloud9 because they cannot find a way to get near a bomb site right now with good numbers.
Cloud9 do not seem to share your philosophy for the pauses. Not doing a lot of those whatsoever. Groove conspicuously absent. Taking the timeouts. Smoke to gain some control towards playground early. Device going hunting. Device finding. He's taking some damage though, so that might make him a bit more passive, but the frag is well worth it. Buster out of play early. The op is back in the hands of Shiro though. We haven't had a lot of Shiro impact this map, and he has been the guy for C9.
Glaive is reading them like a book. Glaive is reading them like a book. Two rounds out of monster. Cloud9 get nothing. And Glaive makes a bold, but a good call. Free starting on A. Device gets aggressive with his top spawn. And now they've reset into a more standard setup with the advantage. Nafany is losing the head game, the headspace battle at the moment.
I mean, Device just commits to the frag. He fries on the Molotov, but he gets the kill. He kills his counterpart on the other side. That is well worth it. When you're man up, you'll trade that every day of the week. And I think one of the things we're seeing here is, even throughout this series, right, there have been so many moments where Shiro has bailed them out of situations where he's come up with a massive multi-frag. And when he's not finding them, what do you got? What do you got for C9?
Not much. Shiro and Axel combining for 7 kills. Device is 17. That is quite a stark difference, of course. Even if this series goes by the wayside, Shiro has still been a monster. He is. He can't be an expectation that he's plus 40 kills on 2 maps very often. But Cloud9, thus far in this half, we've got to be brutal. We've got to be honest. Where's the structure been? Where's the compelling calls been to fall back on? Where's the B plan when individuals can't just open rounds for you? That's a good kill from Hobbit. But entries like that really actually have been far and few between.
How are they reacting off this, though? That's my question. What are they doing with it? They're sitting con for now. That's a chunky nade. My goodness, Buzz. Not having a good time of it in this round. Some space is being taken outside the bathrooms. Device spotting for it. Might not realize Buster's up so far.
Eyes on Glaive. Big flank.
Oh, Glaive. Here we go. He's got the duel. He's got the engagement. Damage onto Hobbit, but no kill just yet. Now the utility starts to sail out the other way. Device just knows he needs to hold on to his position. With Glaive living, you know, they've got a little bit of comfort to fight here. Flashbang dodged. Bullets as well. Device making it happen with the D. But here comes Hobbit spamming through the smoke. Pressure on. He's been found. Device is just so very good. You can't kill him. You can't dig him out. And actually... oh, he's 2 kills away from having the same number of kills as the entirety of Cloud9 in this map. He's just
that is
2 kills
frightening.
back.
That is frightening. As good as Shiro was, you can never put that stat forward. And not to say that Shiro couldn't, he did as much as he could. It was more so that at least Astralis was getting something out of those halves. Cloud9 have been, outside of their round wins, they really haven't looked compelling in many. Where's the after plants? Where's the one-on-ones? Where's
the plants?
Bomb plants?
Yeah. I mean, you can't have an after plant without a plant. And right now they're looking like a desert because there ain't a whole lot of vegetation.
This has not been a gleaming, you know, one for the resume of nafany. You've got 2 rounds here to get some sort of redemption.
Somewhere
but thus far it's been anything but a strategic masterclass.
in a Lufthansa lounge somewhere, Maui is smiling. That's gonna improve things. If you can't do it with the calls, you might as well do it with the frags. And there's another one found. Shiro finding some impact here, softening up the B defense. Astralis maybe getting a little overambitious with some of these peaks, some of these faces. They're feeling strong, they're feeling on top of the world, and they certainly are right now, but they're still mortal. They are not yet ascended.
Monster Smoke is in before Cloud9 can commit. Short is their only avenue, and Astralis, they're not thinking about saving here. They want to fight for this round, and right now, they do have the correct stack. Hobbit peeks, Buzz needs this kill, gets one, falls off the angle. This is getting scary now. Counter molly and time is becoming a factor. Cloud9 getting crunched.
That's a little ambitious out from Buzz, but they're so distracted, focusing on Device. They want this kill, and he's punishing them for it. Device! Again with the no-scope. 19 seconds of panic rotation up top. They're moving the bomb, and Glaive is reading it. He's one step ahead. Boss is going to try and pinch him, though, so this is now a question of timing. Who finds who first?
Can Glaive deny this?
Buster running it. 4 seconds. If Glaive can get this kill, it's over. But no, he can't deny the bomb, and he can't get the kill either. Knows he's being flanked, so finally Cloud9, by the slimmest of margins with a second to spare, will get their 4th round. It's been 8 in a row for Astralis. Finally checked.
I mean, the how labored that was to win a 5-on-3 and a clean one of that tells everybody everything you need to know about Cloud9 on this map. It is not being clean. It's almost a miracle they've all got four rounds out of this half, given a lot of the gun rounds, but 5 would still be fine. 5 would still be something to work with, as distressing as it has been, and rest assured that Cloud9 are a considerably stronger team on the CD side of this map. Nade stack. That's a lot of damage. That's a good start.
Face out long. Space taken. Flashbang enough to push Blame F off. Don't feel like we see the off-out from Blame F very often, and he's in fact going to drop it down in favor of a rifle. So first kill found now for C9. Buzz. Bashed.
So we've left Device on his lonesome player out of connector. How does nafany not win that?
How?
How does he not win that?
How does Device pull that back? And he's going to stick around. The madman, he dumps the smoke as if he was retreating towards site, and then he plays in front of it, trying to bait out the next response. But what the response is saying, oh, Device is on A. We're not going there. Let's see what we got B. It doesn't really matter what it is. It'll be better than facing Device. Superx, I think, may have just spotted Hobbit slipping towards Con. But it's a take on towards B. They haven't cleared. They haven't cleared. They've never even checked. They just trusted that because Hobbit was holding his position, no one could be here. The blunder is at least recovered, but Glaive now wants to put the time pressure on. He can't get there in time. And Hobbit activates. Now it all starts to fall apart. This final round of the half unraveling here for Astralis. And they will not be able to take this any further. Double digits still. It's a phenomenal half. We'll be back for the second in just a moment. We're back in. One more half to play, perhaps, between these two teams before we see one of them book their ticket to Dallas. And right now, well, the Dallas star, the Astralis star, maybe it's written in the stars. Let's see if Astralis can find their path towards destiny.
Cloud9 would dearly love this pistol. Early fake from Astralis. Presence shown on A. Intent is clear now. Zibnix was always outside of B. He's calling, I have heard nothing. I have seen nothing. B is open for business. Nades lined up. But Cloud9 are loading up B with numbers. Let's see if they move.
Club beats here for Glaive, and there's the contact. They're going to move in. Here comes the utility. All right, the execution is on. Buster hasn't been enough to persuade them, but there are going to be 4 players here rather quickly. The rotation on Buzz finds that first kill. That's so critical. And this
This is half in, half out from Astralis. They need to decide.
They're thinking about the bail. They're thinking about the bail, and with that, now they're moving up. Now they're moving up. Now the bomb shift, and Buzz continues to find options. So they might not have to make a decision. They might have both sites. Why not? They found nafany. Does that send the bomb back down? It does. It does. It does. They know there's a player heaven. This is actually ridiculous. How do you even read this if you're C9? You get a whiplash from this round. And Glaive is going to make its way in towards the bomb plant. And with that, the chances to do anything about it might just be gone. They have a kit, but you're really going to get through this choke point? That's the big ask. 4 pistols on the other side. Blame F waiting in another zip code just in case.
There's value in this kit and armor. How many second rounds have we seen where someone could have stuck it? I think you should just hold on to it, nafany. I think just give up the ghost and get out of here. Blame F is essentially hunting now, so that might be troublesome. What a great round from Astralis. They are really good, aren't they, at making like that wasn't even a cancel call. It was kind of a freeze call, and they're so good at not overcommitting. They're really well disciplined in a way that anybody outside of the top 10 probably is not. And Astralis isn't actually in the top 10 at the moment, so a lot of credit there.
They feel just free flowing. It's almost like they can exist in 2 states at once, right? It's what are those
Schrodinger's
substances? No, that's a cat. I'm talking about things that are like a gas and a solid at the same time, or a liquid and a solid at the same time, but in like different states.
I don't know the word for it. It'd be like a quasi-state or something.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing I'm not one of them there scientists. 'Cause I don't know the word. I'm a Counter-Strike scientist.
I could have been Mike, but I chose this road instead.
Putting all that education to good use here.
Yeah, you can imagine my dad was very pleased.
Well,
Son of a nuclear physicist is watching nafany.
I mean, look, I don't know much about particles, but I know that there's a charge in this server right now. If we could split this site atom, might just be some energy released. 5 players in. Just a Zipex to potentially trip into them. They're trying to find the stack, right? Astralis, I suspect at this point, have a pretty good idea that this is a stack.
I don't think anybody's actually peaked yet.
No, they might be misdiagnosing
The bomb isn't
this.
committed. You can just see that this is a probe. Even if Buzz goes down, it's such a monstrous amount of information. It's actually the Galil and Buzz. So it would be a little bit much to lose here. Get out of dodge, brother. And there's the call. Bomb is sprinting. Sprinting for A.
Ah, Shiro. He's just begging for the extra little bit of vision so that he can get the shot on the Buzz. They know he's here. He'll make some money. All right. Even if Buzz goes down here, he is earning extra cash. And he's going to get one more. Not quite. There it is. Glaive. Sniping his young guns kill. But make sure that no one survives. That Galil can be retrieved. 2 kills with the MAC-10 coming on 2 players. Extra little spending money.
All right, here we go. Cloud9 save second round. With the intent of getting rifles out early. They don't want Astralis to streak any further ahead until they can lay some hard-hitting weapons on the server. It's not too much of a bonus round. Really looking at the MAC-10 on Zipnix. Elsewise, pretty good for Astralis. 4 rounds from Dallas. And this man, Device, has been superlative on this map. He has been absolutely excellent. If he can maintain any of that form on the T side, Cloud9 are in a world of trouble.
Over they go, Buster. What you got? Oh, you got the hold. Call Buster the plumber, because right now he's clearing out the pipe.
Okay.
Go
through. Those
Drop back the
flashes
other
did
way.
nothing to Buster.
No.
I don't know if they were missed or poor lineup, but they were ineffective. And all
Look
this
at
B
Axile.
presence has just
Axile.
activated Axile. Yep. This is brilliant now.
He's going to hold it. We know Astralis like the rotation, so maybe that's why. This time the flash catches. His shades slipped. So this one's not done yet. This is not settled history. Axel might have to do some more work. He's going to go Con. He wants to catch Glaive instead. Maybe thinking that a rotation's going to come through and he might actually be a step ahead. There's no world where Glaive checks this. And he's down, so advantage back found and the opportunity for the rotate limited. Now these players know it's got to be coming their way. Shiro, though, caught, maybe trying to duck a flashbang. Not sure what happened there, but the lineup, it's on for nafany. They never knew. They never suspected the toxic presence.
Cloud9 make a big statement in the first gun round. They got some work to do to make this game compelling. Astralis, pressure A, pop through the monster smoke, and Buster was a match for that. We'll see if they change up the call. The buy from Astralis is a bit of a mess. 2 AKs. Util is fairly nice, but not all the bells and whistles. And looks like I've got a set B call coming in. Blame F just heading over to A early to sell some presents. As his device and connector 5 are loading up towards the B side of the map. We're going to pop in soon.
Pop in. But will he get a pop off? Here comes the play around. Zipex trying to find a space. nafany good for 2, and that keeps his teammates secure. Buster down the count. But the Molotov segments off the device, and now his ankle spotted, his body collected. Cloud9 start to build. The money starts to swell. Can they get the op? No. I don't
It's okay.
think
This one's
so.
an eco anyway.
Hobbit
They
could
can
drop
just,
it.
Yeah, they should just rifle though, I think.
I bet they're gonna op.
Even
Yeah.
better.
No.
MP9.
Oh,
MP9.
all right.
He knows the buy. He knows what's up. He can smell them. They give off an odor, these ecos.
Ecos. It's like fresh baked bread.
I think we're going to go a
Irresistible.
different way though.
I don't want to know. You know what?
No,
I don't want to
either.
know.
I don't either. A flashbang would have been really nice for Astralis just to take a fight out outside a monster or make something happen, but they're going to have to do it the hard way.
Man, Buzz has
Nobody's
steadily been
overfacing.
stacking up the frags in the second half. Look at this. 19 and 8. He's nearly caught up to device. Maybe not nearly, but he's close to.
He had a pretty mighty end to the first half. A lot of those beam holds. Wasn't always Buzz taking first contact. He was the player behind Pillar a lot, but he was so good at just being reliable when the jewels came in.
Hobbit making some absurd cash off of that SMG. Now I'm curious to see if they keep it or if they go for the AWP. Yeah, okay. Oh no, just the rifle. Not going for the op. They'll have a buy in the
Really?
tank as a result of this. That's really surprising. If you're going to ditch the MP9, figure that would be to get the AWP up, swap around with Shiro, then you've got everything you possibly want at this buy.
Let's have a look at the setup, because it's either the Hobbit just bought without thinking about it, or there is a call here. There's a setup in mind, and a... Ooh, I thought it was a 4A start for a second. nafany's actually gone lower. There it is. It is a 4A lead. They want to get aggressive. Axile's out on his own. Blame F punishes, but they're still free in defense here. Astralis would do well to read this, and somehow they have.
They have. They're steps ahead. Having seen that presence, having seen that fountain lean off of a rifle, they say, nope. We're out. It's soft. It's soft on B, so Buster is going to have to step to the forefront. He's got 1. He's got 2. Buster, the spray down. Molotov goes out. He's even able to get away. What a play from Buster. A hopeless situation, and somehow he finds a re-engagement here. But that will be too much to ask. And now, with the Vice controlling the flank, with him dropping the bodies, Hobbit might just need to save.
It was a mighty attempt. An absolutely mighty attempt from Buster. A little too much. So for the first time ever, Mike, I'm actually checking spots. Monster Gamers Live. Axel is the A player. And this is why I'm confused. Axel gets aggressive on A, dies, and Astralis make the read that it's an A-heavy play without seeing anybody else. That is a really mighty call from Glaive. I don't know where that came from, but that's a monstrous read.
I think you have a lot of these where Astralis seem to have a very good feel for some of the tells that Cloud9 display, right? And I think maybe just the fact that it was Axile, the fact that he was so far forward, whatever it was, absolutely spot
Well,
on.
Axile's the A player, but perhaps Cloud9 only get aggressive with free. Maybe there is a tell. And Glaive has been unbelievably decisive in this series. He doesn't hesitate for a second with making a call like that. 3 rounds away. Astralis can smell it. They can absolutely smell Dallas. That barbecue sauce is filling up the nostrils.
Ribs. Smoke has been turned on. The mesquite is wafting through the air. Astralis looking to slap the ribs of Cloud9 on that grill for a good 12 hours. Long engagement here. Device is extremely solo though. Actually, they're coming to check him, but he's going to get the kill. He's good for it. He bet on himself. It worked. Now he's left reeling with 2 HP, but kill still found. That is excellent. It was, I would say that is one of the bigger risks we've really seen from Astralis. Not prone to these, but it pays off. Now everybody's grouping for this B hit. It's 2 towards either site, so there's really no right or wrong decision. Just depends on the execution here. And playing contact as well. Those rotations will be slow. Here's the flashbang in. There's the kill. Traded. Bobbin slips into the sewer, slips into the water. He's got one. He's looking for more. Pressure on, and they've got the kill. This AWP is going to be so valuable, Alan. Do they want to risk it? Nafany's getting ever closer. It seems like they're going to give this a try, but it's a huge gamble into the round. It's betting a lot. Now on the spot, nade back the other way. They're still committing. They're still sticking around. They want this fight. And Device, meanwhile, with his 2 HP, he's creeping to just be the stinger on the end. Shiro will give himself the save, but that's all he can guarantee. Just the ability to back away and keep this off going forward.
Some rings of desperation from nafany. He just felt like we've got to try. We can't just roll over and die in this series. They've got to pause now, Cloud9, to sort out this buy. It's going to be a mess, and I don't think they can afford to eco.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to pause. They're going to drive you to distraction.
They actually should. They really should.
And they're going to force. They're going to do it.
Good for
they're betting it all.
It's good for Astralis. It's a mixed bag buy, and there is not a lot of time here to discuss how they're going to play it.
All right, they're going forward. The Eagles, rifles, and all. That's it. C9 betting it all on this round. And they need the man with the big green to step forward. He's been a hero this whole series, but this map, silent. Where is Shiro when they need him most?
It's a bad day in the office when Axel and Shiro are your lowest performing players. That is not sustainable for Cloud9. And as you said, if there's any route back, we need the stars to shine very brightly.
Axel's coming looking. It's not going to be Axel in this round. He is absolutely deleted, erased. Nothing doing there now. Smoke's over there in towards A. It is nafany. Sorry, Shiro rather. Stuck out towards long. So that all could still potentially have impact. Hobbit's found one on the flank, but is he going to expect Zipbex coming in late? No world. No world where he's ready for this. Zipbex needs to advance forward, but indeed it is checked. Hobbit, ever aware. It might not be enough. It might not be enough. Shiro from long, you have to be activated. He has to be the man now. He's the only one left to try and keep them off. Map point, first kill found. If ever there were around. If ever there were around, he's trying to do it with the USP, and he's got it. One more kill to find. Smoke on. Device spotted. Device dodging the bullets for the first. Is a duel for the round. Duel of the Fates. A duel that Shiro will come out on top of. Does he have a kit? Oh, no. Does he have a kit? He's on the bump. Does he have time, Alan? Does he have time?
I don't know.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Oh, only just.
Oh! If he had lost the round by not finding the bomb, that would have been soul-destroying. But they survive. Here comes the timeout as they need to calm down. My lord. Well, he heard our calls, didn't he, Shiro? He heard our calls and then some. Astralis actually really on the edge of a bye here. I think they should save. I don't think it's worth throwing caution to the wind with their economy. Has Shiro just given Cloud9 the slimmest of avenues back into Overpass?
Chance. The whisper of a chance. We were wondering where that star power had gone. Turns out it may have just been behind the cloud. Put the S on his chest like he's Superman, because he comes in the darkest hour of need. It is a force buy here. Astralis are going for the throat. They're risking it here. They know how close that was. They know how touch and go this buy is going to be for C9. Want to see if they can rally right back in and avoid any momentum build up here. The boys in blue.
Almost goes without saying that this is the most important round of this series so far. Neither team has any money left. Astralis fully committing. Bit of a default to kick off with. Bomb is leaning towards B. Cloud9 are heavily committed to this monster setup. 2 players close. Shiro is nearby. These flashes have to be perfect this time. And what are they going to do? Resmoke is in. Brakes pumped. Astralis happy to wait. Oh, they're in 2 minds, Mike. Here we go. Nope. They need to make a decision.
Resmoke.
It's very reminiscent of that round earlier, isn't it? Where Cloud9 continually getting resmoke. The difference is, Blame F is still on A. There is a different avenue for Astralis if they want to pull that ripcord.
Seems like they're going to. No presence in COD means the rotation is freely given. There's one more smoke. Shiro's going to dump it down lower. So now all the smokes have been spent. All the stall out has been sent. They're trying to sell this fake. It's a full fake on, but Axile finds first contact. This is the moment for him to step up. Now it's pressure on towards A, and the rotations are coming. They need to hold the enemy at the gates. nafany, what can you find? One more kill might not be enough. A 3-on-3 in the post plant, but this bomb is down. And upgrades are available as well. It's all rifles on the Astralis side now. No SMGs to worry about. The Vice wants the initiative. He wants the killing blow. 29 kills already. This would put him on to 30. And Buster will deny that, at least for the moment. Buzz down for the count as well. All on to Glaive now. Glaive, though, only one more. Shiro again to find the final frag. The decisive kill. Cloud9, they keep this ticking along. Upgrade available for Hobbit. And the money gone for Astralis. They can't keep chasing this. Or can
even
they?
With the plant. Yeah, even with the plant. It's not an option. Well, this series is really starting to heat up. Now we've hit the business end. Dallas is defending champions. I'm not saying all she wrote just yet. They don't want to fall to the lower bracket. I thought they were in big trouble when that slipped into a 3-on-3, but the retake was great. And as we're saying, Buster never really been the top of the scoreboard, but in terms of some of these impact frags, worth its weight in gold and then some. He has had some colossal kills in this series.
He has. He has. He's absolutely serving his role. This is going to be cheeky. Up spots. Not a shot on just yet.
Axile's trapped.
Yeah,
trapped.
This is getting real awkward. Shiro's giving up the space, which means that Axile's down for the count. And now a rifle can be retrieved. Uh-oh.
Sweat on the brow for some C9 fans now. Can we get this M4 onto a full HP player?
I mean, the lack of armor. Blame F says, oh, no. No, I'll just fry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Vice dead. So with that kill on the Exile, he also did cross the threshold for 30, if you were keeping track at home. Trouble is that lack of armor, right? Even if you get all the rifles in the world, still imagine you're going to absolutely melt it once you face in.
We're going to need some mistakes, and Shiro in this series is not in one for those.
First found. He doesn't realize another's out towards long. He's really overfacing here. Could get caught, but processes it in time. Glaive cannot punish. Max can. Low HP Deagle, and that's going to be nafany to seal the deal. Yeah, a nice kill onto Shiro, at least. Keep him getting too cocky. But the op retrieved, so it's no issue for the economy of Cloud9. And now this next round, another big test.
What's the call, Glaive? As we've seen over this qualifier, he has not been scared to make some aggressive calls, some all-in calls when it matters most. This time, it looks like we're squaring up for more of a default. Aileen from Astralis, device out early. His teammates actually sitting back a little bit, and now they make their way in. Very default stuff from both teams so far. That Molotov could push Axel into a bad position. And he's going to commit, Mike. He's going to commit. He really wants this fight, and Shiro misses, as does Axile. Colossal entries for Astralis. Red carpet now open for the A-bomb site.
Red carpet for the team in red.
You don't catch Shiro sleeping like that often.
No. And they've capitalized on it entirely. Now they've got all the time in the world. Put some pace into this to wait out C9, knowing that the panic has to be setting in, knowing that the concern has to be here. Wondering whether they'll make a move to try and retake some initiative. It's just nafany towards this top side of the map. The captain of the squad, the in-game leader, might have to be the star if they're to take this round. He's got one. But one is far from enough, and now the path towards A, it's laid out. Zipbacks will hit the next, whittling these bodies down, taking away the opportunity, taking away the slim chance they have into this round. Buster with one, but he's got to save this. He has to save this to try and fight for overtime, Alan.
There's no alternative. There's no alternative. Even that one kill on the lurk onto his teammate was enormous. Shiro and Axel have to be head in hands. Head in hands, normally so reliable, and the trend has continued. Shiro on 14, Axel on 8. Stars have not come out to play. At least those sort of stars. The stars on Astralis have certainly come to play on Overpass. Cloud9 looking like they're going to rely on that lower bracket to make it to Dallas. Astralis, this is the best chance they're going to get. The bye will not be good for Cloud9. Four chances. Four chances.
Already had one map go to overtime in this series. And I'll remind you there as well, that was Cloud9 unable to seal the deal, right? That was Astralis roaring back in. This could have been the 2-0. If Cloud9 could have closed on Ancient. But instead, now we see them with a desperate buy. Scouts out, MP9s out. What's nafany gonna get? It's not gonna be pretty. Deagle. An MP9, he'll opt to go for the SMG at the weight of more utility. Desperation here. 4 rounds of it. As the defending champions of IEM Dallas face down the prospect that they might not even make it back there.
Passive stuff from Cloud9. No interest in getting aggressive on A this time. They've learned their lesson. Very standard 2, 3 on B. Early nades down to 4 any early monster plays. Now we can dig our teeth into the mid round, of course. There's no AWP on Shiro, so he's less incentivized to retain aggressive angles. He's just sitting all the way back on A. Axile's up close in the long corner. I guess they're just waiting for some information. Tentative start for both teams as Astralis start to haul this map into their control.
No contact made just yet, but Zipex could be the first one to find it. Hobbit trying to jiggle for a little info. Somehow gets out of that without a bullet taken back. Shoutouts to the Galil. Maybe not finding what an AK might have. Not a kill, but damage at least. Still, that lesser rifle will still have to light the way in. They're headed towards B. Hobbit. Maybe can be the first point of engagement here. Hobbit and Buster. They need to stand strong. They need to hold up here. Hobbit's not jacked from the sidewalk. He gets one. Buster as well. Chiming in. Damage has been catastrophic here. Hobbit continues to survive. Just a lowly SMG, and he's given his team a chance. Device and Blame, they've got no health. They've got no health. If there were nades here, this would be over already, but there aren't. So the bomb goes down, and Device a chance to be the hero once more. Gonna have to hit some shots, and now he's all on his lonesome. Pressure on in that box. Not nearly enough cover to see him through. Cloud9 find a desperate round. Hobbit, a hero when they needed him most. He slips on his ring of power, and now the buy will be stronger yet.
It cannot be understated how much Hobbit just saved them. Astralis, they won the macro game. They threw a lurk smoke on A. It denied information for Cloud9, and Cloud9 committed to their 3A setup. It was the best they could do with the information presented to them. And Astralis had a weak defense with weak positioning even, weak weapons, and Hobbit makes it work. Imagine that's what they're discussing in this pause. How did we not capitalize? How did we not capitalize? They're going to buy up Mike. They have no interest in giving Cloud9 another and playing a more conservative game. This is not going to be a great buy, though. We'll see how it shakes out.
Tech. Deeg. Now, before it was just the tension on for Cloud9 fans. At this point, I think a fan of any of these teams watching has got to be sweating. This one's starting to distinctly feel like it could have a little bit more life in it. Oh, that's one of those moments where you just wish Glaive actually could see through smoke, so he'd pull the pin on that nade.
It was very tentative for Astralis. They don't really have the util here to muck about with defaults and making different decisions. Glaive's got the sole smoke on their team. Perhaps the best course of action is trying to work a pick or something, or trying to take some fights on these AKs. The bad news is, AWP recovered from Shiro. That's off the body of Device. You do not want to be facing this man. I do not envy Glaive having to call this round. He does not have a lot of options.
My nade's just a little off. Just a little off. A pixel to the left. And it probably finds some damage. But as it is, they've got nothing for it. So it's going to be towards A they go. Axile's a little bit committed. Shiro will be able to come in and support him, but he might lose his life before that actually happens.
This flashbang has to be perfect. It's got to take Shiro off the angles.
It's not. It's not. He's back on. He spotted them. Now Axile's on high alert as well. Device, what do you got? He's not got the dual timing on that flashbang's perfect from Nafany. And now it's all falling apart. Oh, Shiro around the dice box. No scope. He's doing it all. Bombs down, at least money for the future, but Zipex gets a chance. The man of the clutch. Once again called upon to make this happen for Astralis. He'll back away. Committing towards long. So timid on the other side, not wanting to give this up. Hobbit and Buster will play together. Heroes of last round, now they have to be called upon once more. The first tap in, Zipex doesn't even flinch. Ice in his veins. He's going to be checked by Buster, but Buster has the shot, has the aim, and time just enough for the defuse. We're fighting further. We're going again. One more round at least.
Buster is clutch. He is not lost a duel in these scenarios for a long time. And here it comes. Astralis cannot invest, at least not fully. There is scope here for a fairly heavy half by. Last round of regulation will follow this, so there's no point saving too much. Perhaps Zipnix is thinking about getting an AWP onto the device in the following because he's barely invested. Okay. Cloud9 gifted a great opportunity now against a lesser buy to get within touch of overtime. But we know these rounds could be ever so scary. Ever so scary. No mistakes now.
Yeah, you can't count your chickens in any round of Counter-Strike. Especially when tension is ratcheted up like this. Control from Cloud9. Hobbit has a lot of vision here. Through the sewer tunnel. Out into construction. So he can feel comfortable in his A-hold. Where is nafany? Still wary that there could have been a push-out monster, that they actually could have missed a player, perhaps. So he's holding very conservatively from the corner of heaven. Presumably, he's going to be the first rotator, as Shiro has now spotted. A flashbang to clear that, but yeah, the cavalry is coming in. Shiro, though, pistols on the AWP. That's where an overwhelm can happen. Axile playing from the signpost. What's he got? Playing anti-flash, slipping out towards long at the right moment. No, they're both down. They're both down, Alan. Panic setting in. The deagle kills come in tandem. The bomb's going to be planted in a further one. Blame F burning, but that's well worth it. He'll self-immolate to guarantee a double man advantage here. And Hobbit and Buster, once again, they're going to have to be called upon, but this one's the greatest test yet. For all that firepower on the upper site, they've gained nothing for it. Now, the Vice has an AWP posted on the bank angle. That's over. Hobbit next to fall, perhaps. He's been spotted. His information given up, and the Vice will not be missing. Astralis are going to IEM Dallas. They've eliminated the champions from last year en route just to qualification, but they have done it to the stars indeed here, Alan. They're headed to Dallas.
And of course, it had to be